Hello, my name is Michał and here's another video about F1. The first sprint qualifications of 2025 for Chinese Grand Prix are behind us. We could see quite a few surprises, like Lewis Hamilton getting pole position for the sprint and the best McLaren scoring P3. And that wasn't Lando Norris, but Oscar Piastri. Norris, who's leading the Drivers' Championship, was just 6th, botching his last lap. But that's just the sprint, there's plenty to happen. Max Verstappen came with P2 this session as well, so the new tradition might have been born. Also rookies, for the most part, improved quite a bit. It was quite impressive to see Oli Berman scoring P9 in SQ1, out-qualifying his more experienced teammate Esteban Ocon. At the end he didn't get to Q3, but still nice improvement in Haas. Gabriel Bortoleto outscored Nico Hülkenberg in qualifying for the second time in a row, which was really impressive, as Nico Hülkenberg is known for his qualifying prowess. However, there was quite an unfortunate surprise with Liam Lawson finishing dead last and his teammate second. So there's quite a big discrepancy there, and the pressure on Liam Lawson's shoulders seems to be mounting. He wasn't that far behind with his first lap in Q1, however he was not able to perform later on, and then due to his inability to cool down the tires, he's starting the sprint from the last place. Of course, there's more and more questions coming about his employment in Red Bull Racing, as he replaced Sergio Perez, who also struggled. And Yuki Tsunoda, his main rival for that seat, is shining brightly in the Racing Bulls. Surprisingly, Liam is getting quite a bit of support from his team, and the biggest surprise being Helmut Marko, who's known for his criticism of the drivers, still saying his seat is there for him, at least for a couple more races. Knowing Red Bull's history, I wouldn't be too reassured with these words, but hey, at least there's a plan. He has time to do some improvements. However, Red Bull is known for his cutthroatness, and there's a high chance that Liam won't be able to stay there after summer break. So far, main thing going for him is that he had no previous experience on both tracks we raced so far in 2025. But the Japanese Grand Prix and Suzuka circuit will tell a lot, I bet. Liam Lawson used to race in Super Formula, which uses that track a lot, and if he's not able to perform there, I bet his life will get much more stressful. But this discrepancy between two drivers doesn't bode well for Red Bull's chances for Constructors' Championship. They need both drivers scoring points, especially that the field is very close together this season, as it's the last year of the regulations. So when the cycle's almost over, the teams had enough time to get their cars developed enough to their probably the fastest iterations. And because of that, each mistake is very costly. I hope that Red Bull can actually change their team dynamics a little bit so that they can support their second driver. Liam Lawson had just 11 races behind his belt before he joined Red Bull Racing, and the adaptation period for Formula 1 driver seems to be a few years. Hey, look even at Max. For how many seasons was he called Crash Stappen? And even though he started winning races quite fast, he still was making mistakes at the beginning. Another example would be Yuki Tsunoda, who is Liam Lawson's biggest competitor at the moment for Red Bull Racing seat. He took quite a few years to be able to be the leader in his team, and right now he's in his 5th season. I don't know if you remember, but when he just started, there was this big drama on Drive to Survive, which showed behind the scenes that the team moved him from Great Britain to Italy, where Racing Bulls are located, and then Toro Rosso, to control him better, so he's sticking to his training regimen. But then it worked, and he's the best he's ever been. So maybe the main issue which should be considered is that Liam Lawson got to Red Bull Racing just way too early. And maybe it would have helped if he stayed with Racing Bulls for another season. Maybe then he would be better prepared for all the pressure that Red Bull Racing seat brings, and of course the car, which is not the easiest to drive. Because we have the experiences of Alex Albon and Pierre Gasly, who experienced something similar to compare. Albon had just raced once more in the Grand Prix in F1 before he joined Red Bull than Liam Lawson, and he was basically sacked after that. He had a gap year and then he, by some chance, joined Williams. Gasly was also very lucky when he was demoted to Toro Rosso that he got a chance to prove that he's actually a great driver, and somehow he was able to recover there and score a podium, and next season even win a race. But that was brutal. They changed their drivers mid-season, and both of them struggled that year. Sergio Perez was able to be more equal to Max, and especially in his first season. However, then he fell off and lost his confidence, and now is out of F1. So that team is really brutal towards their second driver, especially that they are always compared to Max Verstappen, who's able to squeeze out of the car an impossible performance almost every single race. But all things considered, Liam Lawson's future will be definitely one of the biggest storylines in the first half of the season, if not further. But on a different topic, there was a big change coming from Chinese Grand Prix. FIA got much stricter towards bending of wings on the cars. I did a short video for that, talking about that. I hope you like it as well. But basically the elements of rear wing cannot bend that much anymore. The limit before was 2mm, but after Australian Grand Prix, after noticing something weird with some teams, they decreased that limit to 0.5mm, while during Chinese Grand Prix, because both races were just a week apart, they increased that limit a little bit by 0.25mm. A lot of people were suspecting that McLaren is to blame, but it seems that's not the case, or at least they are able to adjust their rear wings because they did not introduce any changes, and basically the only teams that did anything to their wings were Racing Bulls and Williams. Because most of the teams had no adjustments between races. Apart from these two teams I mentioned, only Sauber and McLaren introduced some minor changes. Sauber to their engine cover and McLaren to their rear brake ducts. So it is interesting to see, especially that the new tests, which were stricter, did not unfold anything so far. However, one team is still in danger of being disqualified. It is Williams, who failed to provide the recordings of both wings on their cars. FIA is monitoring those parts quite a lot this season, and from the documents available online at the time of recording of this video, Williams was summoned to the stewards to make their case, as they failed to provide those recordings on time. And so far nothing else is known about it, but there's a risk there, because if they did not provide those on purpose because their wings were bending too much, they are in trouble and they might not even race. That would be a shame, because Alex Albon qualified to Q3 and Carlos Sainz was P13, I think, so there's a chance for points for them. So this round there are two chances to gain points, and they are in China, so very far away from their factory, and wouldn't be able to replace the wings if there's something wrong with them. So that would hurt a lot. And I bet Carlos Sainz would love to race a bit, because he doesn't know that car so well, and especially after issues in Australia, where he crashed at the beginning. So it seems that it's going to be another exciting weekend of F1 with the sprint qualifying results. The top teams are really close together, so anything can happen at the end. And that's just sprint. We will have qualifying after that, so if someone crashes, there's going to be drama level increase, I bet. Hey, but I forgot about one rookie. Jack Doohan also outqualified his teammate, so to make all of things clear. So it seems rookies this season are looking very promising. So I hope you like this video and would like to subscribe for more. Please do that. I'm really excited to be doing this channel. I hope someone watches those videos. I'll definitely want to continue doing that. During races and all the biggest sessions, I will be also live tweeting. So follow me on X. I don't know how it's called now. Posting on X. Had such an issue to remember the name change. But yeah, follow me there. I'm trying to be as active as possible there. Yeah, hopefully see you during the sprint and qualifying and then the race. So thank you very much for watching. That was fast. See you in the next one.